Hello, and welcome back to another one of my playthroughs of some contest levels. I'm KY, and I'll be the host of this playthrough. So yes, we are back with another level design contest for the Lemmings forums. This time LDC number 28, and yeah, just like the previous LDC, we have some Lix entries, and so yes, for the first video, I will be going through the Lix entries first, and then after I'm done with that, then I'm going to go ahead and go through the new Lemmings contest entries. So yes, we are back with 3 brand new rules, this time picked by Simon, who was the winner of the previous LDC. And I gotta say, pretty good rules for this one. Although interestingly enough, Simon did an R1 and an R3, but did not do an R2. Because I think what has normally happened was that pretty much the winners of the LDC have pretty much entered a low for each of the 3 rules. So I guess this is like an exception in quite a while, but well, I'm sure Simon had his reasons though. Maybe it was most notably maybe not an artistic person for the R2 rule set, but well, yeah, I'm not one either, but well, yeah, I still entered one anyway to the best of my ability, but well, again, we'll see that later. Yeah, because I will be going through the other contest entries first before I cover my own. So anyway, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and start with Rule 1 for the Lix entries here. And for Rule 1, this was a rule where we needed to make a lower width entrances in each of the 4 corners and an exit roughly in the middle. So yes, we're going to go ahead and start with Simon's R1, which is, yeah, I had to look up the pronunciation for this because I have never seen it before, but it is apparently a Greek letter. Yeah, and it is pronounced C. But so like the letter C, but the way you spell it, excuse me, is XI. And yeah, I have never actually seen it before, and so therefore, yeah, I am actually not aware of any mathematical formulas that the Greek letter is found in, if any. Yeah, which I did look this up, yeah, just before I started recording, and yes, it is found in some formulas, but yeah, they are ones that I am not familiar with. Yeah, despite the fact that I am a math person. Yeah, other Greek letters, yeah, are more well known to me. You know, such as lambda and pi, and omega, not so much. But like, yeah, there are others like alpha and beta. But yeah, see, I have never ever seen this in math formulas. But apparently there are some formulas that this letter is found in. But again, they're not ones that I know or am familiar with. But anyway, yeah. The first letter I'm covering here is Simon's C for R1. So, yes. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and load the replay here. Yeah, there isn't anything too difficult about this level. You just need to realize that because you only have one digging destructor skill, yeah, you need to keep the miner going for as long as you can. And the way you do that is this. So with the first Lix in the top left entrance, I'm gonna go ahead and make her jump to get to each of these platforms here, so that she reaches over here. And then once over here, we're gonna go ahead and give her a miner. And then with the first Lix that comes up, yeah, but just before falling into the gap here, from which there's no escape except for a climber, but you can't do that because all the climbers need to go to the Lixes over here, yeah, in the bottom left entrance. So yes, we go ahead and give a blocker, and you know, just like the way it works in Lemmings, yeah, yeah, blockers will turn other skills. So when the miner hits the blocker, she turns the other way. So now she is mining to the left. And then we're going to go ahead and place more blockers, yeah, along the miner's path here, yeah, in a bit. So next one will be right here. And then I feel as if I did give a rounder at some point. Yes, there we go. Yeah, I make her run just so that she can get into position on time to turn the miner again. Because now we need to make sure that we make an opening to the exit. And then, I'm sorry, what did I do here? Oh yes, I just make her jump. Yeah, because we need these other 2 Lixes to turn the miner still. And yes, I make her run, so that I can get her into place in time, so that we can mine the bottom right Lixes out. And then, yeah, with the first one that stepped into the miner tunnel, actually, yeah, from this group, yeah, I go ahead and make her block. Yeah, and then this one I just make her jump, yeah, and let her exit. Yeah, the exit trigger is still there, yeah, on this tiny piece of terrain that's there. So they are still able to exit. So needless to say, this one is a bit messier than it needs to be, but well, it still gets the job done. And then I go ahead and release this blocker with a walker here. Yeah, and then I believe I make the rest of these jump and so that they can exit. Yes, that appears to be the case here. Yes, so less things to worry about here. Yeah, and then I go ahead and release this blocker with a walker. Okay, and then the rest of these jump over the gap. Yeah, and then make these Lixes exit as well. Alrighty, now I'll go ahead and get this Lix, which did all that mining. And so I make her jump out, and then I make her jump onto the steel block here. And then we're going to go ahead and make her build, which will serve as a platform for these climbers. Yeah, once they drop from the top here. Yeah, and then I'll go ahead and make her go towards the exit now. Yeah, release her with a walker, and the same thing with this one, and same thing with this one. And note that this one is running, but that was because she was already a runner before I made her a blocker. So therefore, when you release her with a walker, yeah, she still retains the runner skill. Yeah, because in Lix, the runner skill is permanent. So it stays with the Lix until she either dies or exits. Okay, and then the rest of these will be released with climbers now. And so as you can see, yeah, they are safe from splatting because of the builder. Yeah. And then we just make them jump, yeah, towards the exit. And that's it. So, why the title C? The reason for that is because Simon says that the way that the miner does all of this, yeah, it makes it look like the letter C, the Greek letter C. So that's the reason behind the title here. So yes, like I said, nothing too difficult there. Just need to realize that you need to keep the miner going, yeah, with those blockers. Alrighty, and the next R1, yeah, which is by Geoo here. This is Fast Food Force. And yeah, I gotta say, this one was quite a difficult one. And this was pretty much like the last contest entry, yeah, in this LDC that I solved. Yeah, because it was so difficult. Yeah, I could not solve it for a long time. But I finally succeeded after a lot of thinking about this through. But until I got it solved, yeah, this one was driving me really mad. It was driving me crazy. Oh my goodness. So the reason why this is so difficult is because there are so many possibilities which could possibly work, but they don't. Yeah, and ultimately in the end, there's only one possible way to get this solved. So a lot of this just happens to be that I just tried so many things, yeah, with the wrong Lix, with the wrong skills assigned to the wrong Lixes and stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's quite a nice puzzle though. Yeah, but again, a very hard one. So the first Lix from the top left entrance will bomb, yeah, right here, around here. And then the first Lix from the bottom left will become a climber. And then the next Lix from the top left will become a blocker. Yeah, she's going to stay as well until the platform here is ready. Yeah, and this platform right here was very hard to see. Yeah, it took me a very long time because like I kept thinking to use the platformer elsewhere. Yeah, but yeah, again, it does not work. And then, yeah, right here, we're going to go ahead and bat the Lix that fell from this entrance. The next one, that is. Yeah, so that she lands over here. Yeah, and it's also at a time so that she does not splat. Because if she's high enough and then she gets battered, yeah, she will splat here instead. So, yeah, we want to wait until she's like pretty much on the ground or near it. Yeah, before getting battered. And then the batter, yeah, she gets a floater herself. Alrighty, and then at this spot, I'll go ahead and mine. Yeah, to the left. And then right here, I'll go ahead and mine with the climber here. Yeah. This right here is pretty precise, but, yeah. This platformer needs to be done in such a way so that it touches the ground here, so that the other Lixes who go up the miner tunnel can use it to get to the exit. Yeah, this was very, very hard to see. Yeah, along with the fact that it makes this platform for this blocker who we will release with a walker later. Yeah, I do it right now. So, as you can see here, yeah, if I use the spot ruler here, yeah, the red line is right below the platformer bridge, which means any fall from right here where the green line is, yeah, that means the fall will be survivable when they land on the platform. Again, very, very difficult to see and pretty precise, but yeah, I had to adjust this a few times before I finally got it to work. Yeah, and then you also need to make sure that the miner ends up low enough so that these Lixes can walk up the miner tunnel. Yeah, I'm having a bit of a difficult time speaking right now, but you have to pardon that because I haven't slept too well. Yeah, and I'm going off a few hours of sleep here, so not too much. Yes, so all the other Lixes will use the miner entrance to get up to the exit, while this lone Lix in the bottom left will bash. And then finally, we use the jumper to make her get up the miner tunnel. And that's it. So yes, like I said, there are plenty of possibilities here that look like they could work, but they do not. So that's what makes this extremely hard. Yeah, in particular, before I got this working solution, there was a time when I ended up with basically a basher and a walker left. A walker and a blocker, I think. And oh my goodness, yeah, no matter what I tried, it would not work. So, because basically in Lix, the basher works a little differently in that the basher actually removes terrain up and down, yeah, in the vertical manner, which means it is not possible to make staircases like you can in Neo Lemix. So therefore, yeah, that pretty much ruins a lot of attempts in that you need to find some other way, which might not be as obvious. And so yes, you really have to think outside the box for this one. But yes, after a lot of struggling, I finally managed to get this solved. Really good puzzle though. I really like it, but yeah, until I got it solved, it was really driving me up the wall. Yeah, it was driving me so crazy that I couldn't get a load like this solved. Like, it looks like it isn't so bad at all, but it is definitely one of the hardest contest entries this time. Yeah, most definitely. But then again, geoo is very well known for making very hard lows, which I personally don't mind. Yeah, because as I said many times, I do love hard lows in the game of Lemmings. Yeah, / Lix. Yeah, and Lix is the less familiar one to me, just because I'm more of a Neo Lemix guy. But well, yeah, if there are Lix entries, contest entries, then yeah, I will play and solve them as well. Yeah, just so I can get some videos out of the solutions. So yes, anyway, that's all the Route 1. So now we're going to go ahead and go to the Route 2s. And for here, yeah, Route 2 was pretty much a depiction of an animal. Yeah, to the best of our ability. Now, yeah, I've seen all the lows, yeah, all the R2s, and yes, these other designs are much better than I am. Yeah, I am very limited in my artistic abilities. But again, yeah, we will see my animal much later. Yeah, when I get to it. But for now, we're going to go ahead and do geoo's R2 here, which is Frog Clog. Somewhat hard, but it's ultimately not too bad. It was really just finding the correct spots to do the mining and everything. Yeah, basically to keep the crowd safe and also to make sure you have a safe path to the exit that is pretty much avoids the traps and stuff. Yeah, now for my solution here, I'm pretty sure it's not exactly intended, but maybe it's still acceptable. Yeah, despite the leftover skills I have, and I think this also saves everyone too. Yeah, rather than lose up to a max of 2. Yeah, so I start mining to the right here. So, and then with the last Lix that goes to the right over here, I go ahead and mine with her. And then once she breaks on through, but before she can fall down, excuse me, I make her jump so that she lands on this thin bar platform. Yeah, and then I go ahead and build. Okay, she will turn around. Yeah, and then I make her jump again so that she hits the wall and goes back to the right. So pretty much the same thing that happens in Neo Lemmings, except the lemming falls vertically straight down. Yeah, not like here, where the jumper keeps the projectile of the jumper arc. Okay, and then upon reaching the wall here, yeah, with the help of the builder, I go ahead and mine. Yes, and then we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we get past the not exactly get past the frog trap, but rather before we expose the trap trigger. Yeah, I go ahead and interrupt her with a jumper. And it also needs to be at the point where this is still surmountable. Yeah, it's not high enough to like block the other Lixes and make them turn around instead. Yeah, and then we just go ahead and do all this jumping, yeah, and avoiding all the trap triggers here. Yeah, this one is possible to get past both of them, which is one jumper. Yeah, and then we need a jumper here to avoid this trap and also the exit trigger, because there's still some work that needs to be done. Yeah, here we go ahead and mine. Yeah, just before the trap trigger. And apparently, yeah, I guess these traps in particular are pretty easy to avoid. Yeah, because I think you can be a pixel right before the trap trigger and still be able to jump past them. Yeah, while getting killed. Yeah, I think that's not the case in Neo Lemmings though, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I think you need to be maybe at least 2 pixels away from the trap trigger and still be able to survive. Yeah, I'll have to check though. Anyway, yeah, when the miner's low enough to connect with the other miner tunnel. Actually, yes. We need to get low enough. Yeah, in order to connect with the other miner tunnel, because I think what I said before was wrong. Yeah, only the jumper was able to get past this right here, because this is actually too high for the other Lixes. The wall is too high to turn, and so it will turn the others around. So therefore, we need to make it connect with the this miner tunnel over here. Yeah. So once we do that, then we go ahead and interrupt her. Yeah, so that she can still get up here. Yeah, and continue back to the left. Because I think if she took another stroke, yeah, then she'll not make it up. Okay, and then I give her a jumper and then make her jump so that she starts climbing. So it's the exact same in Neo Lemmings. Yeah, jumpers who are climbers will climb. Yeah, and then we go ahead and mine. And then, yeah. And then there's a little nook here that is used. Yeah, we'll get the other Lixes up the miner tunnel. And then finally, I go ahead and interrupt the miner with a jumper, and that's it. So, here I have a jumper and a climber left over, but I'm pretty sure this is still acceptable, though. Yeah, it doesn't really, like, scream out background to me or anything. And yeah, this is a save also. And yes, that is all for the Route 2 already, because, yeah, only geoo entered one. Yeah, Simon, as I said before, did not enter a Route 2. So, that now brings us to Route 3. And for Route 3, this was the route set where we needed to make a minimalistic level, which is pretty much a very small level in size, and also up to a maximum of 9 Lixes / Lemmings, and up to a maximum of 9 total skill usages. Yeah, so not the total number of skill types, but rather the total number of skills used. Yeah, it needs to be at most 9. And so we're going to go ahead and start with Simon's R3, which is Gentle Slope. Yeah, another one that isn't too hard. Yeah, the hardest part for me was figuring out what to do up here. Yeah, in order to get the Lemmings to the exit. Because, yeah, where you do it, yeah, will matter. But anyway, yeah, right here we're going to go ahead and mine. And then I give the miner a climber, which will use this little nook here. Yeah, in order to go over the exit. Okay, and then right here, yeah, this is very important. And this one took me some time to see as well. Yeah, this wasn't like very obvious to me because I kept fiddling around with stuff over here. Yeah, before I finally saw this. So, yeah, we go ahead and make her turn around with a walker. And then we're going to go ahead and make her dig. Yeah, right here is pretty much like the maximum, I believe. Yeah, and the Lixes can still get up this wall. And then we're going to go ahead and make her mine. And then when she is low enough, finally all we do is bash. So right here, yeah, this is thinning up to get the other Lixes up. So similar behavior to what happens in Neo Lemmings and Lemmings. So yes, as you can see, they can get up. Yeah, one more digger animation, yeah, of removing terrain, and this will be too high for them. But yeah, instead of like transitioning into a jumper animation, yeah, you can see them just climb it up. Yeah, although going to like a sort of like mini climber animation, you can say, and that's it. So yes, the most important thing is making sure that you do not destroy the terrain when they drop from above. Yeah, because if you do that, then they will not be able to exit. And that is why that you need to do all this over here instead of like over here. Because doing it anywhere past this, yeah, will destroy the terrain that will allow them to get to the exit. So that's what you need to do over here. And yes, I believe there is a possibility of the minor destruction mass actually destroying this bamboo path up here. Yeah, if you are too close from below it. Yeah, I think that can happen here too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check now because I don't actually quite remember if that happens or not. But well, anyway, that's the solution for Geo's. No, not Geo's. Simon's R3. And then finally, the last Lix entry is Geo's R3, which is Underground Club. Yes, and I have two solutions here, but really the only difference between them is that the second one, which I will show off, is the one that where I save one extra. Yeah, one more than this replay up here. So yes, this is the level that utilizes wrap in both the vertical and the horizontal. But really, there are only 3 entrances here. Yeah, in this low. Yeah, with all the Lixes spawning from these 2 entrances, except for this one, which only spawns 1. So with the lone Lix that is up here that isn't trapped, yeah, she goes ahead and builds, uses all the builders to connect to up here. And then once she is down here, I'm gonna go ahead and make her mine. So in this way, she will free this entrance here. Yeah, and I believe she keeps on going. So yes, so nothing happens. So then she gets down here and uses the builder staircases we placed to keep on going. So very similar to what Neo Lemmings and Lemmings does. Yes, and then we go ahead and place a blocker in front of the miner. Or rather in the miner's path, so that she once again turns around. Yeah, similar to what we saw in Simon's R1. So that she turns around and she frees this entrance from their prison. Yeah, and then she stops right here. So this is a pretty interesting case because I am not certain how Amani, Icho, and Simon almost a really easy back route, or rather a much easier solution. Yeah, that does not use the cubers and stuff. I was like, huh, how in the world did he miss this one? Yeah, you could just simply platform to the exit, and that's it. So that, if you do it this way, this allows you to save all the Lixes except for one, which is the blocker. Yeah, the blocker is the only loss here. So, because of that, yeah, the intention most definitely seems to be using the cubers to keep the miner going in order to make a path to the exit. But again, there was already a path to the exit, yeah, where the miner stopped. So therefore, there was no need to keep the miner going in this case. I think it might just have to do with well, you can't really put the blocker too far off from the other entrance that's trapped. And so, yeah, in any case, my solution shows that all those cubers and that precision isn't needed. You have to keep the miner going to make a path to the exit. Instead, you can just use a simple platformer to the exit. So again, yeah, I have no idea how Amani, Icho, and Simon all missed that easy, that much easier solution. Or this much easier solution. So, there we go. That's all the Lix entries for LDC number 28. And so, yes, I will see you guys all around for the Neo Lix entries because I will be covering those next. So, see you guys there.